The observation deck of the Interstellar Peace Forum gleamed under the soft hum of anti-gravity lights. Delegates from countless star systems had gathered to witness what they claimed would be humanity's ultimate humiliation. The Xylar, a reptilian species known for their brutal combat prowess, had issued a challenge. Humans cannot fight without weapons. They are weak, uncoordinated, and inferior. Maria stood at the edge of the arena, her hands clenched into fists. Beside her, Mexico's calm presence was the only thing keeping her grounded. He leaned slightly, whispering, "They underestimate us. Let them watch." Across the arena, the Xylar champion, towering, muscular, and armed with energy blades even in his idle posture, snarled. The crowd of alien delegates leaned forward, anticipating an effortless victory. Maria's pulse quickened. But she remembered what humanity had always relied upon: adaptability, ingenuity, and sheer nerve. The horn sounded. In an instant, the Xylar lunged, swinging a massive fist toward Maria. Most humans would have flinched, or worse. But she didn't hesitate. Instinct took over. She sidestepped, ducked, and grabbed the champion's wrist mid-swing. With a swift twist, honed by years of practicing martial arts in the quiet gyms of Earth, she snapped the wrist. The sound echoed, horrifying to those unaccustomed to human strength under pressure. The champion howled in shock, stumbling back. Gasps rippled through the arena. Delegates from distant galaxies whispered to each other. The assumption of human weakness had been shattered in a heartbeat. Maria's eyes met Mexico's across the arena. He gave a small nod. A quiet acknowledgement that humanity had just reminded the universe why it should never be underestimated. The Xylar champion tried to retaliate, swinging again with one arm. Maria pivoted, using his momentum against him, flipping him to the ground with a precise judo throw. Every alien in the arena now stared in disbelief. Mexico stepped forward, his movements fluid, calculated, a human expression of strategic genius. Together, they moved as if their bodies were extensions of their minds, reading the Xylar's intentions with an almost uncanny accuracy. "This is impossible," hissed a delegate from the Vrel, their multi-eyed gaze wide. "Humans, they shouldn't be capable of this." Maria ignored them, focusing on the fight. Her next strike disarmed the champion entirely, sending his weapons skittering across the floor. Even without weapons, they were formidable. She had anticipated the Xylar's attacks, countering each with a combination of human intuition and raw physical skill. Mexico joined her side. Together, they formed a coordinated assault that left the champion unable to mount any effective defense. Every kick, every grab, every maneuver was perfectly timed. Where the Xylar relied on strength and ferocity alone, humans relied on creativity and adaptability. It was a battle of instinct versus strategy, and instinct was not enough. Finally, Maria and Mexico moved in tandem for the finishing maneuver. Maria feinted left, drawing the champion's attention, while Mexico circled behind and gently, but firmly, pinned him to the ground. He looked up at them, the arrogance wiped clean from his scaled face, replaced by disbelief. Silence fell over the arena. The Xylar champion, who had been expected to demonstrate human inferiority, lay defeated before them. Maria straightened, breathing evenly. "Humans can fight without weapons," she said softly, but with a tone that carried across the hall. "And we can do it better than you think." Delegates began murmuring among themselves, trying to reconcile what they had seen. The idea that humans were weak, unarmed, or unworthy of respect had been obliterated in under a minute. Mexico looked at Maria, pride shining in his eyes. She smiled, the kind of smile that only comes after proving the impossible. Word spread quickly. Across star systems, messages of disbelief traveled faster than light. Humans were no longer the underestimated species. Tales of their unarmed champions became legend. And in quiet corners of Earth, Maria and Mexico would recall the arena, not for the applause, not for the fame, but for the moment when humanity reminded the galaxy why it should never be underestimated. In that instant, humanity's place in the universe had changed, not because they had weapons, not because they had fleets, but because they had something no alien could ever take away: courage, ingenuity, and the heart to fight when all odds were against them. And so, as the Xylar ambassador bowed reluctantly before the human pair, Maria and Mexico walked away from the arena side by side, their heads held high, knowing the galaxy had learned a lesson it would never forget.